Thank you very much, Beth. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cohoes Waterford, or Waterford Cohoes. It gets very territorial, but it is Cohoes, as John McDonald reminded me, and the historic Matton shipyard. In fact, when I was mayor, we'd come down here for the launching of the tugboats, and I think the last one I did was the Turcamo, I believe, and it was fully functioning, and great to see the good work that, as was indicated, the working men and women performed right here at Matton, and great to see the state Parks and Rec doing so much to preserve it. Has a little bit of history right here in Cohoes, Waterford. And I want to commend all involved with this voyage and the Day Peckinpah ship restoration. It's a great synergy between the federal government, of course, Maurice Hinchey, who was in the Assembly with me until he moved on to bigger and better things, and the State Museum with Cliff, and of course Carmela with the Canal Authority and Parks and Rec as well. Not letting us forget the rich history that is right here, right in our backyard, literally, and the need to further educate all New Yorkers and Americans the true treasure that we have right here. And I was pleased with Jack McEnany and Bob Riley, my colleagues in the Assembly, to assist with federal stimulus money to help restore the Day Peckinpah. $3 million, I believe, was the figure. And we may be able to do more with some capital funds to help out as well, because the ship, it's funny, but money always gets the applause line. I don't know how that works. But we know that the vision for the Day Peckinpah does not end today, and that we hope and know that this will be, in a sense, a floating classroom, not only for this journey that begins, but for other things that could happen and take place right on that wonderful ship that is behind us. So welcome all. This is good news, and we'll do even more. Thank you very much.
Sometimes it's difficult being a politician, but today makes it all worthwhile, and this is certainly a wonderful day. 3 or 4 brief years ago, Tom Grasso and some other people looked at an about-to-be scrapped old boat and had a vision. And that vision is what we see today. They were courageous or crazy enough to realize a dream. And our first and most profound thanks goes to them. Many other people followed in their footsteps to help this become a reality, and we thank them also. That was possible because, simply put, the Peckinpah is a great idea. The Peckinpah has brought us together. She will now travel in every direction on the Champlain, the Hudson, the Erie, coalescing our history, supporting and promoting our historical sites and our cultural institutions, and bringing us together. She is everyone's boat, and we can be very proud of her, and we can be proud of ourselves. Thank you.
Vision that they brought to fruition. The comments that Beth was reading originally really told the story, individually of a ship, individually of individuals who were working class Americans that really created this whole Erie Canal corridor and this great Empire State and beyond, because the Erie Canal opened up our young nation to the Great Lakes, opened them up to the heartland, and it was not all that far after the purchase of Louisiana that vision became a reality. It made a big difference. It made New York City the major port of entry instead of perhaps New Orleans. So the history of the canal is an extraordinary history, but it's also a history of individuals and of families and of great dreams and visions. We human beings may learn a lot from the printed page, but we are also individuals who use all our senses. And some of us learn much better, much more intensely, when we can use our other senses. So the sights, the sounds, the smells, the touch of something that's the real article brings in memories and imagination in a way that no printed page can. The New York State Museum, which is thought of as so many people as a big building in the capital city, is our State Museum. It is statewide and beyond. What we're looking at today is the largest single artifact in the State Museum's inventory. And it's always a challenge to reach out to all the people of the state of New York and their visitors, whether they come to Albany or not. The Day Peckinpah gives us an opportunity to recognize the 400th anniversary, because it was the water that brought European discovery there, the realization of the Erie and the Champlain canals, the contributions of ordinary Americans, some of them very new Americans, perhaps most of them at one time, from one nation or another, starting a new life in a new world. The sights, the sounds, the smells, the exhibitry, the touch are going to bring that message from our State Museum all across this great state, from the Canadian line down to New York Harbor and out to Buffalo and the Great Lakes. So this is a very great day. We don't want to see this as a one-shot because there's a 400th anniversary. We want to see this magnificent resource go on and on again for many years and for many generations to come, to tell a wonderful story that deserves to be told and retold again and again. Thank you.
Joining me here today. So much has been said. I do want to congratulate the folks that are here today who have worked tirelessly. You should be aware, 4 years ago, a gentleman came into my office and basically told me, we have 24 hours, Carmilla, to save the last motor ship that began the Erie Canal's legacy. And that man was John Callahan, and we stuck our neck out in a 24-hour period with Tom Grasso, the Canal Society, the Heritage Corridor, the museum, Craig Williams. We put our heads together and said, how can we get this ship from Pennsylvania through the lakes to our canal system and down to Waterford? And John Callahan was the guy who came into my office and raised that idea. Thank you, John.
Possible things and do them with regularity. I think we have to reach higher. I think we have to dream bigger. And I think this project is a means to that end. And I'm very, very privileged to play whatever role I am able to play in that effort. So I thank all of those people that have made this day a possibility. And I look forward to what I think is going to be an extraordinarily positive, productive, and successful program aboard the Day Peckinpah. I have only one more word to say, and that's underway. And thank you very much.
Thank you, John, and thank you to all of you for coming. I think it's a great sign. The rain has finally stopped. It's a good omen. We're going to have a great voyage. We hope to see you here this weekend and up and down the Champlain and Hudson River over the coming months. Thanks again.